Hi, everybody. Welcome to Siena. Welcome to Ridgepoint High School. And this is Roger Smith on VypeFortBend.com, keeping my voice down a little bit because they're having a pretty solemn ceremony for the seniors. This is senior night, and it comes before spring break because they want to make sure that they get it in. By the way, the reason that we're doing this broadcast tonight is Ridgepoint has a very important game against the George Ranch Longhorns, a team that they've never played in a district game before. The new kid on the block. They think they're pretty good, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll step aside and play as much of our pregame interviews on the Batter Up Show as we can. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of three, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
Welcome to the Batter Up Show on VypeFortBend.com, and this is our first time to cover George Ranch softball as they're taking on Ridgepoint. It's a very critical District 26A game, and it's time to talk to the only head coach that George Ranch varsity softball has ever had, Donna Verba. What can you tell us about yourself?
About me? Well,
yes,
I'd rather
pretend this is like the dating game.
Well, this is my 11th year at George Ranch High School. I had not coached high school softball before coming to George Ranch, but I played for the University of Nebraska under Caleb Hack at Katy.
Oh, yes. We are quite familiar with Coach Hack and what he's done. Okay, so I like to research and figure things out, but I didn't see anything on Game Changer or not much more than anything on Max Preps, and it said, I think, on Max Preps that you're 1-1. That can't be right. What's your record? I understand you're 3-0 in district. Is that correct?
Correct. We're 3-0 in district, and we're, I think, 4-5 in overall season play.
So what has made the difference with your team this year? I realize that you're probably better than 4-5, and like Ridgepoint, I'll bet you've been playing a pretty tough pre-district schedule. So what are the strengths of your team, and what are the things you have to do right to get the victory tonight?
Well, to get the win, you have to do the everyday things better than everybody else. And we work really hard at just trying to be consistent with the everyday things, and put the ball in play. We can't sit there and take pitches. We've got to, not make the umpire part of the game. Let him just be, the accessory, not the dress.
By the way, I'm just going to mention this. The umpires of this junior varsity game, I heard something I have never heard before. They, I guess, ended the game before the home team had its last at bat and said, "Do you want to bat?" when the home team was behind. Were you aware that happened?
I was confused at why the game ended because I believe district rules are finish the inning. Or would we revert to the last inning? So I don't. I'm going to have to go back and check that, but I thought it was finish the inning.
Well, I've broadcasted a lot of games, watched a lot of games. You've coached probably more, and I've just never seen that happen. So it's amazing. Whenever you come to the ballpark, something might happen that you have never seen before.
Exactly.
And thank you, Donna Verba. Good to talk to you. And I haven't checked the all-season schedule, but we may see you again. Perhaps the next time that you meet Ridgepoint, if they'll let me in the ballpark at George Ranch.
Come on in. We'll let you in. We're good to go.
Okay, I'm going to save this recording.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. That's Donna Verba, and we will be back on the Batter Up Show, and we'll talk to Lindsay Gage, and she will talk to us about tonight's game, which, by the way, is senior night. And while we're playing these interviews for you, They're having the ceremony to honor the Ridgepoint seniors. We'll be right back with Coach Gage. VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend ISD softball, or Fort Bend County softball, is brought to you tonight by Xfinity, the future of awesome, and also First Tire and Automotive. We'll be right back.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
This is the Batter Up Show as we get ready for a very important district softball game between Ridgepoint and George Ranch. And this is the first time that these two teams have faced each other in district play. It's time to talk to Lindsay Gage. She's in her second year. And I'm not going to call it her second full year because we all know what happened last spring. But first of all, Coach Gage, welcome in. And let's get a quick rundown on how your team has done thus far in going, I believe, 10-5.
Yes, yeah, we're 10-5 right now. We've played some really, really good teams in the preseason, which is going to help us, you know, for playoffs in district. And we've hit the ball well. We're trying to put everything together and stay healthy. That's the most important part. But been very impressed with this team so far.
So you're playing your ball games, and sometimes it's multiple games in a day during tournament time. So I don't know that you've had a chance to scout George Ranch. What can you tell us about them? I know, generally speaking, that high school is pretty good in nearly every athletic program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things we've been so busy with the weather and everything, we haven't got a chance to really, you know, do as much research as we'd like, but we do know a little bit about them. We know they're going to be solid. We know they're going to be competitive, and it's going to be a really good game. We're both undefeated in district right now, so I'm excited to get on the field versus a good team.
You're undefeated, which I know, thanks to Game Changer, is 3-0. Have they played 2 district games or 3?
They've played 3 as well. Yeah, we're both 3-0 in district.
All right. Well, I know that their coach has a lot of experience. You know, I think she had been a coach for a long time and maybe even came out of at least semi-retirement to start their program back in 2012. She's still there. I know you have a lot going for you, but you don't have the experience that she does. So are you the least bit nervous when you're taking on a coach who's seen so much over the years?
No, not really. I mean, I've been coaching this is my 9th year coaching. I've had experience with some other teams that have made deep playoff runs and played in some really competitive districts. So, you know, you come to expect the unexpected in every game. You never know what can happen, but I just try to prepare my team as best as possible to come out and win, get a win, hopefully.
Now, 2 years ago, when Ridgepoint had an amazing team, they had this girl in right field named Malin Simmons, and my recall was that she was a sophomore. I'm happy to say she was a freshman then, which means you get her this year and one more year after that. And it's incredible what she's done. She's got a 10-game hit streak where she's hitting over 700. Were you aware of those numbers, 700, during that span?
You know, I try not to look at stats as often, just because sometimes stats can be misleading, but I have looked at them, and she's a great player. She's a tremendous leader. She's very consistent. She works really hard at practice. So those things, they come natural to her because she's put in the work.
All right. Well, it's great to visit with you, and we hope to do many more softball games and hopefully some that will take place in May. That would be really good to do lots of games in May. So, Lindsay Gage, thanks for being with us on the Batter Up Show.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
We'll be back with the starting lineups and get this thing going. It's Ridgepoint against George Ranch on VypeFortBend.com.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
All right, back at Ridge Point, and I can talk louder now because they've finished the ceremony for the seniors, and I can tell you who the starting lineups are. First, for the visiting George Ranch Longhorns, Carlin Dees playing center field and leading off. Kennedy Marlowe plays second base and bats second. Celeste Campion is the shortstop. She bats third. In the cleanup spot, it is third base player Jessica Johnston. Mariah Garner is the catcher. She bats fifth. Batting sixth, it's Kylie Smith at first base. Kate Dolan in left field, batting seventh. Batting eighth, it's Nina Reed in right field. And Nora Thompson doing the pitching and hitting for herself for the George Ranch Longhorns. For Ridge Point, leading off and playing shortstop, Malin Simmons. Riley Shipp is in left field, batting second. And I think pretty soon it'll be time for me to step aside for the Star-Spangled Banner. But maybe I can go ahead and give the rest of this lineup. Riley Shipp batting second, playing left field. Grace Yannick at third base, batting third.
High School Panthers, starting with tonight's
and batting cleanup, it is Alexis Simine, the catcher for Ridge Point. Reagan Green bats fifth and plays first base. Nohea Anderson is the designated player, and she will be in center field. Batting seventh, it's Blaine Simmons. She is the right fielder and the sister of the shortstop, Malin Simmons. Batting eighth, it's Kyla Correa. She plays second base. And Callie Mays, Callie Mays is in center field, and she is batting ninth. Aliana Bryant is pitching, and I erred when I told you earlier that the designated player, Nohea Anderson, was in center field. Actually, she is going to be hitting for Aliana Bryant. So, okay, that's my first error, and the game has not even started. Okay, glad you're with us on VypeFortBend.com. They're introducing the Ridge Point girls, and we will be back for the first pitch. Ridge Point against George Ranch. I'm Roger Smith. This is VypeFortBend.com, and we're glad you're with us.
I have a question.
Are you ready? Ready for anything? Ready for what life throws at you? At your kids?
Are they ready to study? To research? To write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet? And what about you? Yeah, you. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready to take opportunity.
To make opportunity.
To be on top of things.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. When you're connected, you're ready for anything.
It's a simple question.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for anything.
Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes extra. Restrictions apply.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of three, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
You are the master of the multitask. We mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
All right, we are done with the ceremonies, and we're ready to play softball from the hardscrabble streets of Siena, as this is a matchup of 2 teams that are undefeated in District 26A play as they are facing each other for the first time in a district game. The UIL realignment put George Ranch in 26A, and the Kempner Cougar girls moved down in classification to 5A, and so the group of 8 includes 7 familiar Fort Bend ISD teams, including Ridgepoint, and now George Ranch added to the mix. So it's a little bit of a mystery. We don't know all that much about the George Ranch Longhorn girls. I say we don't know so much about the George Ranch Longhorn girls, but we're going to find out as the game goes along. So let's set the defensive lineup for Ridgepoint for you. On the mound, Aliana Bryant. Some of her friends call her Allie. Alexis Samine is the catcher for Ridgepoint. Reagan Green at first base. Kyla Correa at second. Malin Simmons is the shortstop. Grace Yannick playing third base. In left field, it's Riley Shipp. In center field, it's Nohea Anderson. And Blaine Simmons is in right field for Ridgepoint. We have a pretty strong wind blowing, about 12 miles an hour, going sharply from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. The 2 head coaches, Lindsey Gage and Donna Verba, are talking to each other through their masks just to the left of home plate. And they didn't get a chance to drag everything and make it look pristine perfect. So, well, it doesn't look like it's really ready for a game. It looks like we've been having tournament play, for all day long, but the thing was they had the ceremony for the Ridgepoint seniors, and they were unable to get everything raked and perfect and all that. But that's fine. This is radio. You don't care what it looks like. So now we have leading off for these George Ranch Longhorns, Carlin Dees. She's playing center field, bats lefty, and she is no relation to the legendary radio host, Rick Dees. But I really enjoyed his programs back in the 80s and 90s. He looked a lot like Kurt Cameron, All right, and now I see Coach Donna Verba, who's about to go to the third base coaching box. She has a lineup card, and she's giving it to one of her assistant coaches. Okay, he's got that. Coach Verba is going to the third base coaching box, and Carlin Dees is stepping in against Aliana Bryant, and we are ready to rock from Siena Plantation. 2 3-0 teams in district play. George Ranch 4-5 coming in. Ridgepoint is 10-5 in the first pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Outfielders pretty much playing Carlin Dees straight away here. She's ready for the second pitch, and she grounds it to the shortstop. Malin Simmons up with it quickly, gets it over to Reagan Green, and that'll do it. 6-3 for the first out. Now Kennedy Marlowe plays second base. The Ridgepoint girls wearing the purple pants, the white jersey tops with the purple sleeves. They have a little ritual of going to the pitcher's circle after each out is recorded if there are no base runners. Here's the first pitch to Marlowe, and excuse me, swing right back to Bryant. Goes to first. 2 quick outs for Ridgepoint as they are doing their defensive work against George Ranch. Score that one 1-3. Now Celeste Campion. Another left-handed hitter, and evidently she's a neat freak. She brushed off the plate with her own hand prior to her at bat. But now she's getting dirty as she rubs some dirt on her hands. Here's the first pitch. She shows bunt, but takes it, and it's ball 1. No dimensions given on the fence here at Ridgepoint. Bryant rubbing the ball. Now Roxanne fires, missing the outside corner. The count goes 2-0 on Celeste Campion. We'll be busy with Ridgepoint baseball and softball all next week. There's a pitch that misses down low, and the count runs 3-0 on Celeste Campion. So on Tuesday, it'll be Ridgepoint baseball right here at home, taking on Clements. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, and Campion thought she had ball 4. She took a couple of steps towards first base, but now she's back in the box. Bryant rubbing up the ball, now brings it. That's in there for a strike, and the count goes full as Bryant battles back after going down 3-0. We'll be ready for the 3-2 pitch. Campion digs in and takes it high for ball 4. There's the first base runner of the game. And so our broadcast schedule for the coming week, Ridgepoint baseball hosting Clements. That'll be at 6:45. And then on Friday night, it's Ridgepoint at the Austin Bulldogs, again at 6:45. And then a Saturday matinee softball, Ridgepoint, a non-district game against Cinco Ranch. First pitch is high and a ball to Jessica Johnston. She bats right-handed, takes a long look down at Coach Verba in the third base box. Bryant brings it, and that's in there for a strike. Let's see if Campion might break for second base. George Ranch wearing the black pants, maroon tops, black caps, and batting helmets. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike, and Johnston kind of backed away from it, but it was in the strike zone, 1-2. Johnston ready, righty to righty. Here it comes, and she just fights that one off. Hit the bottom side of the bat and trickled back to the backstop. So it's still 1-2. Bryant likes to work quickly. Here she comes. Swing, and it's a foul ball. On the pitch, Celeste Campion broke for second, but she'll have to go back. And we'll see our third 1-2 pitch. A few wispy clouds above, no chance of rain. Change up, lined into short center field, and it drops in for a hit. So after 2 were out, George Ranch has a little something going here. That's the first hit of the game. Johnston singling to left center. Campion stops at second, and now it's Mariah Garner. No relation to Jennifer Garner. That's okay. We can just imagine that Jennifer is here. This is the first time these two teams have met in district play. They will play again next month at George Ranch. First pitch from Bryant to Garner is downstairs for ball 1. Garner with a very stylish maroon and silver bow in her hair, which is flowing out of the back of the batting helmet. Bryant winds and fires, and it's a little comebacker on one hop to Bryant, over to first. That will do it. No runs on one hit, no errors. 2 runners left on, and we'll be back with Ridgepoint coming to bat. No score between Ridgepoint and George Ranch.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know. Take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
You are the everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land, helping us take care of business all year long. We've been bringing you Fort Bend County sports throughout the school year. In fact, this is our 93rd broadcasted game. So we're going to break 100 easy, and we knew we would. All right, so let's give you the lineup on defense for George Ranch. The pitcher, Nora Thompson, she wears number 7. The catcher, Mariah Garner. Over at first base, it's Kylie Smith. Kennedy Marlowe at second base. Celeste Campion is the shortstop. Jessica Johnston at the hot corner, third base. In left field, Kate Dolan. Center field is Carlin Dees. And Nina Reed is in right field. Now Malin Simmons. Let me tell you about Malin Simmons. She's on a 10-game hit streak. She's 24 for her last 34, and that's 706. She is batting 706 during her 10-game hit streak. She was 5 for 6 on Tuesday in a game that Ridgepoint won over Dulles. She had a double, a pair of RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and Malin was the winning pitcher. And I met her parents. They're so nice. And I knew they would be. But she and her twin sister Blaine are the last of the Simmons sisters. They are juniors, though. That's the good news. They'll be back for another year. Nora Thompson brings the first pitch, and it is high for ball 1 to Malin. And now we're getting the serenading from the Ridgepoint dugout, which makes these softball games so much more fun. Next pitch. And it's lofted into short left field, and Kate Dolan calling for it. And it rolls out of her glove, but she catches it before it hits the ground. Her fielders are telling the umpires that she did not let the ball hit the ground, and those fielders are right. And indeed, they make the right call. Malin Simmons is out, and folks, that's news. She's actually out.
Now batting, number 4, Riley Shipp.
Now it's Riley Shipp coming up for these Ridgepoint Panthers, to be followed by Grace Yannick. And the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Shipp is low for a ball. Shipp was 4 for 5 in that Tuesday win over Dulles. Takes the second pitch. It is also low for a ball. In that game against Dulles, Riley extended a really hot streak. She is 5 for her last 7. Here comes the pitch, and she ropes one into right field. It gets down, and it gets past the right fielder, Nina Reed. And going into second, standing up, is Riley Shipp. And I'm not sure whether to call that a double or a single and a one-base error. So I will take a look at the Game Changer page that Coach Lindsey Gage and her staff are running. So it looks like it's going to be a double. So, okay, good job, Riley. You get a double. Now Grace Yannick. She bats righty. Gets the righty throwing Nora Thompson. Swing and a miss at the changeup. Looks like Nora has something written on her left wrist as she's taking a glance at it. Brings it. Yannick rips it high in the air to left field. Dolan ranging back. And she makes the catch cleanly this time. But we're going to have an advancement as Riley Shipp moved from second to third. As she made the catch, Dolan stepped back a little bit, lost her balance just maybe 0.3 of a second, but that was something that Riley Shipp saw, and she headed on over to third. So she's there with 2 outs, and now it's Alexis Samine, the catcher. They're making a lot of noise in the dugout, encouraging Alexa. Hey, Alexa, we need a run-scoring hit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and I think she might have foul-tipped that one. By the way, something I want to hear tonight is a softball landing on aluminum bleachers. The big bang, that's what I like. Thompson looking at her left wrist. Now she brings the next pitch. Swung on and missed, and Alexa chased one that was down in the dirt. So now she's got to protect and get that important 2-out hit in this district game. Samine near the front of the batter's box. Thompson steps up onto the pitcher's rubber and brings it way high for a ball, 1-2. Ridgepoint looking to go to 4-0 and get the early lead in the first go-round of district play. There'll be 7 games in the first half. Check swing and the pitch low to Samine. That evens the count, 2-2. Riley Shipp over at third base. She doubled, and after doubling, she advanced from second to third on a fly ball by Grace Yannick. Here's the 2-2. And it's popped up on the infield in foul ground, actually in fair territory by 1 step. And the catch made by Jessica Johnston. That'll do it for Ridgepoint. No runs on 1 hit. 1 error. No, there was not an error. Let me start over. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll be back here at Ridgepoint when we continue on VypeFortBend.com, your home for Fort Bend County sports.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
Welcome back. No score after 1 inning, and Aliana Bryant back on the mound for the Ridgepoint Panthers. And coming up for George Ranch in the top of the second, Kylie Smith, Kate Dolan, and Nina Reed. Ridgepoint's infielders and the catcher Alexis Samine go out there to talk with Aliana Bryant for 1 extra moment. And the outfielders are out there having a little conversation, doing a little choreographed dance. Good to hear little Guns N' Roses on a Friday night, pre-spring break. Well, actually, we don't have to say pre-spring break anymore. Spring break is here. Thank God. All right. Kylie Smith stepping in. Righty versus righty. Bryant brings it. And that pitch just high for a ball. Now the serenading is in the George Ranch dugout. Smiley Kylie, I think that's what they said. Check swing, and it's a little tapper foul on the left side. Run down by Yannick. I can see that Grace's teammates are messing with her as she picks up that ground ball in foul territory. Now ready for the 1-1. Here it comes. Swung on. It's a soft liner that is foul outside of third. 1-2 on Kylie Smith. I'll bet her mom or her dad or both enjoyed the music of Kylie Minogue. That's probably why they decided to name their daughter Kylie. You know, she dated Michael Hutchence, the lead vocalist for INXS. Here's the 1-2, way high, and it's 2-2. Kylie Smith stepping out for a moment, trying to slow down the rhythm of Aliana Bryant. Here's the pitch, and it is lined down the left field line. It is just foul by about 6 inches. That's why they say baseball and softball, both a game of inches. Bryant grinds the ball into her hip, brings the next pitch, swung on and miss. Kylie Smith couldn't catch up to the high heat, and that's the first strikeout for Aliana Bryant. One away in the second. Now Kate Dolan in this scoreless game. She bats righty. Bryant brings it and showing bunt, offering at it and whiffing. It's 0-1. Dolan adjusting the face mask on her batting helmet. Here's the next pitch. Just under her elbows, but it broke back over the zone. And it's 0-2. Bryant working quickly, brings it again way high. And a nice athletic move by catcher Alexis Samine just to come out of her crouch and flag that one down. Next pitch. Swung on, and it's a tapper that goes foul, bouncing off the front of the Ridge Point dugout. Now that the sun is down, it's cooling off considerably, and I have instant regret. I should have worn my long sleeve gray sweatshirt under my polo. The 1-2. Fouled off to the right and out of play. Ridge Point High School has been here for enough years. There's been development all around the campus, but it used to be when there were not houses out beyond the outfield fence, you could hear coyotes at night, whether you were at a baseball game or a softball game. The 1-2 to Dolan, and she rips it down the left field line, but it's hooking foul. She gave it a good ride, but it did go into the teeth of that wind, which is blowing straight across the field diagonally from the left field foul pole to the right. Bryant backs up to the back of the pitcher's circle, now steps up. Here comes another 1-2. Change up, swung on and missed. That gets her. They got to throw down to first to complete the put out as the ball bounced into Samine, but she threw it over to Green. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Bryant. Both swinging strikeouts. And now Nina Reed. Nina Reed spells her last name like Robert Reed, the Houston Rockets legend. Bryant bouncing the ball up and down in her pitching palm. First pitch to Reed. High ball 1. If Reed can get on, Nora Thompson would bat next. Bryant rocks and fires, and it's a ground ball through the right side of the infield past a diving Kyla Correa. They throw to first to try and get her, but of course the throw by Blaine Simmons is late. And so for the second straight inning, after Bryant recorded 2 outs quickly, George Ranch gets a runner on. That's the second hit of the game for George Ranch, and now Nora Thompson. Bryant ready, here's the pitch. Start of a move by the base runner Nina Reed. She has to dive back in as Samine throws over to first. The pitch was a ball, 1-0 on Nora Thompson. She wears that heavy Biggio elbow pad out front just in case, you know. Don't want the not so funny bone to get struck. Here's the 1-0. That pitch is in there for a strike. Or I thought it was. It's actually a ball. 2-0. Sure look good from here. Bryant ready with the 2-0. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Throw down, and it gets into center field. It's a successful stolen base for Reed. And the count moves to 2-1 on Nora Thompson. I don't know how much of the wind you're hearing. Hopefully it's not dominating your audio experience tonight. I got on the side of the press box where the wind I thought would be blocked. 2-1 pitch to Thompson. Takes one below the knees. Reed takes a huge secondary lead, and when the pitch is released, she seems like she goes more than a third of the way to third base. Now the 3-1 pitch. And it's a little tapper toward first, picked up by Green. She'll shovel it over to the second baseman, Correa, and that will do it for George Ranch in the second. No score, and we'll continue on VypeFortBend.com. And when Ridgepoint comes up to bat, they'll have Reagan Green, Nohea Anderson, and Blaine Simmons. We shall return.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Now, from what I understand, that's Chris Cross, not to be confused with Christopher Cross, who swept the Grammys in, I think, 1980. I think that's when it was. I think he had Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. But Chris Cross and Christopher Cross, not too much similarity between the two. Chris Cross had a much better vertical jump than Christopher Cross. Reagan Green ready to stand in against Nora Thompson.
First baseman, number 12, Reagan Green.
George Ranch has out-hit Ridgepoint thus far, 2-1, but then they've had 2 at-bats. And Ridgepoint only batted in the bottom of the first. So here is Reagan Green. She had a home run last Saturday against Humble. First pitch to her, dips down for a ball. So there are several players on this Ridgepoint team that can go deep, but it doesn't favor the right-handed pull hitters. Second pitch to Reagan is high. And Green steps out, disrupting Thompson's rhythm a little bit. Here comes the next pitch. She swung late, and it's 2-1. I think maybe she was expecting perhaps a changeup right there. Thompson brings the 2-1, and it's sliced foul, out of play, lands on top of the batting cage just beyond the George Ranch dugout on the first base side. No score between Ridgepoint and George Ranch. Panthers batting here in the bottom of the second. Green leading off, to be followed by Nohea Anderson and Blaine Simmons. Green looks at one that's outside, and the count goes full, 3-2. They really decorated the place very nicely for senior night. I'm surrounded by purple and silver tinsel. And that pitch bounces in. Reagan Green draws a walk. And her teammates are very happy about it.
Now batting, number 8, Nohea Anderson.
Nohea Anderson. She's got a 2-game hit streak. She's gone 3 for her last 8. She was 2 for 5 with an RBI Tuesday in the big victory over Dulles. Here's the pitch, showing bunt, but pulling it back. Ball 1 to Nohea Anderson. A lot of advice coming out of the stands, what to do. She takes that one, did not show bunt, and the count even 1-1 on Nohea. Thompson goes to that wrist list every pitch and delivers one high. It's now 2-1 on Nohea Anderson. She's the designated flex player, batting in place of Aliana Bryant. Here's the pitch, and fouled straight back off the netting. Still just a little bit of light blue in the sky, but it will soon be gone. The wind seems to be dying down a little, but still blowing across the field from left to right. Anderson, I don't know what happened there. I think maybe Thompson lost her grip, kind of interrupted her delivery, but it counts as a pitch, and it was a pitch that went about 20 feet behind the hitter, and Green was able to get to second on the very wild pitch. And I think they're going to be chirping about that in the Ridgepoint dugout. 3-2 the count, but swung on and missed, and down goes Nohea Anderson. First strikeout for Thompson.
Now batting,
one away,
10,
and now it's Blaine Simmons. Blaine Simmons hits lefty, wears a glove on her right hand, but not on the left. The opposite. Actually, it's the same as what you would wear if you're a left-handed golfer. First pitch to her, she fouls it straight back behind us. 0-1. Blaine was born 7 minutes after Malin. And whenever you have talented players, multiple talented players out of the same family, I always ask, are there any others? And there are no more Simmons kids. Swing and a miss by Blaine, and the count goes to 0-2. She was fooled a little bit on the changeup. She's near the front of the batter's box. Righty Thompson working to lefty Simmons. Green at second. One away in the bottom of the second. And the pitch way outside, and Blaine lays off. They play her slightly to hit it the other way in the outfield. Here comes the 1-2. And it's a ground ball into center field for a base hit. Green coming around third, and she will score without a throw. Ridgepoint is on top. run-scoring single for Blaine Simmons. All right, so Ridge Point kind of has something going here. Still only one out, and now it's Kyla Correa. She's playing second base tonight, but she has played shortstop in some previous games, so it's pretty cool when you have a shortstop named Correa. And she lays a bunt down toward third, scooped up by Johnston, and she can't get the ball out of her glove. Everybody is safe. So now runners at first and second. Simmons moves over in the scoring position. So that'll go down as a bunt single. And Callie Mays, the center fielder, comes up. Callie is on a 3-game hit streak. And it's not just a 3-game hit streak, but a 3-game hot streak. She's 8 for her last 9. She went 4 for 5 and drove in 3 runs in the win over Dulles that improved Ridge Point's District 26A record to 3-0. They've beaten Clements, Austin, and Dulles. They are 6-2 in the month of March, but of course, most of those 8 games in March were non-district games.
Number 24, Callie Mays.
Going back to Callie Mays. Lefty swinger, Nora Thompson got to dig in here. She's in a big jam. 1 run in already, only 1 out, and the pitch outside for ball 1. They're singing to Callie, and she takes a strike on the outside corner. There is something about the camaraderie of a softball game. I love the cat calls and chirping of a baseball game, but the softball's fun too. Bunt attempt, but it's right back into the screen, and I think Callie's a little disappointed with herself there. She thought she had a pitch to handle. That moves the count to 1-2, and just because you go to 2 strikes in a softball game does not necessarily mean there's not going to be a bunt. There might be, because you get multiple foul balls on what would be the 3rd strike on a bunt attempt. You fouled it off. Here's the 1-2. Check, swing, and it's an appeal to the infield umpire, and he says no swing. 2-2 now, the count on Callie Mays, who spins the barrel of the bat, looks up at it. Adjusts the face mask. Thompson brings it. And a good hack, but fouled back into the screen again. Speaking of hack, Caleb Hack, the awesome Katy coach, the state championship coach, was the coach, or developed a coach-player relationship up at Nebraska, and that's why Coach Verba is at George Ranch. That's why she ended up coming to Texas with the blessing of Caleb Hack, and when he talks, people around here listen. That last pitch was high. It's now 3-2 on Callie Mays. Here's the pitch, and it's a soft liner towards short. It is caught. This will be a double play as Celeste Campione steps on second, and Blaine Simmons had kind of given up on it and taken off for third. Well, that'll do it for Ridge Point. They do push a run across, however. It is 1-0 after 2 innings. This is VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
Last night when we were in Austin for a boys baseball tournament game between the Bulldogs and the West Side Wolves, they played the Imagine Dragons Thunder song, and now it's the AC/DC Thunderstruck.
Number 11, Carlin Dees.
All right, it's time for Carlin Dees to come up again. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out to shortstop. Lefty hitter against Bryant. Here's the pitch. And she takes one high, ball one. Here comes the 1-0. And it's lined foul, twisting beyond the foul line. I thought it was hit harder than it actually was, and it sliced over into the Ridge Point dugout. Next one to Dees is way high, and it's 2-1. All right, here comes the 2-1. Swung on and fouled out of play back behind us. And with a good bounce, it could make its way onto the football practice field. Speaking of football, what a great year Ridge Point had under their new head coach, Rick LaFavors. I think he has made a wonderful impression and given everybody a lot of hope. Next pitch, the 2-2, just missed the outside corner, and the count runs full on the lefty swinging Carlin Dees. Like I said, no relation to the legendary DJ Rick Dees. And there is a smash to the right center field gap. It'll get down and roll to the wall. And she's going to get 3 bases out of this. Carlin Dees headed for third, slides in safely. And a big ovation out of the George Ranch dugout. And they do that little eating thing, you know, spooning the food out of the bowl, kind of like James Harden, you know, used to do for us. Now Kennedy Marlowe 0 for 1 with a ground ball back to Eliana Bryant. Her first time up. Bryant looking in and brings it. There's a ground ball toward second, and the run will score as the play is made. Kyla Correa throws to Reagan Green, and that clears the bases, but with one out, a run comes in. Now it's Celeste Campion. She drew a walk and got to second base in the first inning, and the first pitch to her bounces in. So we got a new ball game, 1-1. And Campion will try to prolong the rally for George Ranch. The second pitch is outside. Samine tried to frame it, but the umpire was not buying it. Was not buying what Samine was selling. Here's the 2-0. And that's high. It goes 3-0 on the speedy Celeste Campion. She bends down, gets a couple of hands full of dirt. Handfuls, not hands full. It's not like attorneys general. Here's the 3-0. And she shows bunt, but it's low for ball 4. And George Ranch not only has one run in, but they have a little something going here.
Now batting number 14, third baseman Jessica Johnston.
Second walk issued by Bryant. Now Jessica Johnston, who singled in the first. Righty versus righty, here it comes. And it's right back up the middle, ground ball into center field for a base hit. George Ranch threatening now here in the top of the third. 2 for 2 is Jessica Johnston. Now Mariah Garner.
Catcher number 18, Mariah Garner.
She looks down at Coach Verba. And now a timeout called by Ridgepoint, and Alexis Samine is going to go out there and talk to Aliana Bryant. We'll take a quick break and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. They've been helping us take care of business every week as we bring you Fort Bend County sports nearly every day. The last pitch was a strike, and there were a pair of stolen bases. George Ranch pulls off the double steal, 2 runners in scoring position, and the next pitch is high to Mariah Garner. So you've got Campione at third, Jessica Johnston at second, and Garner with power launches one to left field, and it will fall short of the wall, but it does drop in. That'll score 2. 2-run double. Mariah Garner with the almost really big swing, but it was pretty good. And the double puts George Ranch ahead by a score of 3-1. And we still have only 1 out in the inning. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. It's funny, the umpire is telling me stuff. She thinks I'm the official scorer, but I'm definitely not. All right. And there's a foul ball on the first pitch to Kylie Smith, who struck out her first time. Kylie's pretty tall. Looks like she's pushing 6 feet. Second pitch to her is a strike at the knees on the inside part of the plate. Something distracted me. I was going to tell you something, but now I can't remember what it was. Here's the 0-2. Way high, and it's 1-2. Oh, yeah, I need to figure out who that courtesy runner is. I need her to turn around for me. Here's the 1-2. Change up, just missed the inside corner. In fact, Kylie Smith is saying it hit her on the elbow, but she's not going to get the call. Ridgepoint's been out hit now 5-3, and they trail 3-1. Smith ready for the 2-2, and it's a little pop-up on the infield, and Bryant will handle this one, and they go back to second base, and they get the double play! The courtesy runner, whose name will be withheld to protect the guilty, was just wandering too far off the bag. And that'll do it for George Ranch, but they do pick up 3 to take the lead, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a one-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
Nora Thompson back to the mound for George Ranch, working with the lead for the first time this evening. In the bottom of the third, Ridge Point is going to send up Malin Simmons, Riley Shipp, and Grace Yannick, the top of the order.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Ridge Point Panthers.
So Simmons flied out to left field her first time, and she will look to extend her hit streak to 11 games. George Ranch infield coming together at the pitcher's circle. Malin Simmons taking some hard practice swings before she steps into the box. Here's the first pitch to her. Takes a strike on the outside corner. So Malin is 24 for her last 35. Swings and lofts a fly ball into center field. Carlin D is coming on and squeezes it. The wind really knocked that thing down. And Malin Simmons is 0 for 2. Now Riley Shipp, the left fielder, she got a double her first time up and made it to third. But Ridge Point was unable to get her home. She takes a look at a changeup just outside for ball one. She's got gloves on both hands. Thompson brings it, and it's a foul ball just at the top of the screen. Didn't quite make it over. We'll be back here in Siena on Tuesday night for the Panthers boys baseball game against Clements. There's a fly ball to left field. Kate Dolan makes the catch. That wind is tough to deal with out there, especially if you have a slicing ball. You know, you play left field and a ball sliced off a left-handed hitter's bat. You kind of know how to play that, but then you throw the wind into the equation, and it's not so simple.
16, Grace.
2 away, and the base is empty for Grace Yannick. And she swings at the first pitch and a base hit into center field. So she is 1 for 2 tonight. And that means that Yannick now has an 8-game hit streak. So she is 11 for her last 21. By the way, in that Tuesday win over Dulles, Grace had a triple. Went 2 for 3, drove in 4, and stole 2 bases. She also had a double last Saturday against Humble. Here's a take. Alexis Simine standing in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled straight back, and she's down 0-2. Yannick with pretty good speed over at first base, and she's very tall, you know. She's got long legs, big strides. She takes a big secondary lead. The pitch bounces in for a ball, but no movement to first base by Yannick, and Simine will stand back in there with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Taken just outside. It's 2-2. Alexa with what I think is the definition of strawberry blonde hair. Now, I'm not an expert on hair color. I know mine's changing. And there's a high fly ball to center field. Dees is going back, and she will camp under it and make the play. And so Ridge Point gets a base hit and a runner on, but they cannot move that runner home, and we'll go to the fourth. It is George Ranch 3, Ridgepoint 1 on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
By the way, March is a wonderful month for First Tire and Automotive at all 4 of their locations. Katy, Cinco Ranch, Greatwood, First Colony, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, they have incredible March specials. You can get $50 off a set of 4 new tires. You can really save a lot of money on a brake pad replacement. They got oil change discounts, and you're going to save some money if you take your car to First Tire and Automotive. Just remember that you need to make sure your car is running great and in great shape for whatever spring adventures you're about to go on. Hopefully you'll get to travel. Could take your car, but if you're not taking the car, you're at least taking the car, to the airport. So go by and see our good friends at First Tire and Automotive. So for Ridgepoint, they're back out in the field, and Kate Dolan, the left fielder, will bat first, then Nina Reed and Nora Thompson. Righty working against righty. Kate Dolan is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the first pitch to her, and she rips it into left field, and it is over the head of her counterpart, Riley Shipp. It goes to the wall, and Dolan's going to go for 3. Here's the throw, and she's going to get tagged out between second and third. Grace Yannick knocks her down with the tag. Kate Dolan thought she had a chance to get to third, and she turned around and went back when she got about 15 feet from the bag. It was just not to be. So give her a double, but she gets thrown out, and that play goes 7-5. So after Riley Shipp let it go over her head, she righted the ship and made the play. 1 away, base is empty, and the first pitch is a strike to Nina Reed. Nina is 1 for 1 with a single in the second. After her single, she stole a base. Adjusting the Velcro on the gloves. Near the front of the batter's box, Bryant delivers, and it's a one-hopper right back to Aliana, and she throws over to first. Score that 1-3, 2 away. By the way, if you know our Fort Bend County neighborhoods well, then you understand that when Ridgepoint goes to play a game against Austin or Travis, she's going to feel right at home. Miss Bryant, her first name Aliana, that's the name of a development over there. 2 outs, bases empty for Nora Thompson, who takes the first pitch in there for a strike. She's 0 for 1. Here's the next one. High and away for a ball. The wind has picked up to the speed that we had earlier tonight, about 12 miles an hour, going from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. Bryant brings the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. She massages the softball. Now here comes the 1-2. Just missed outside. The umpire took a long look at it. I thought maybe she was going to raise the right hand, but not quite. Bryant delivers. That's high for a ball to make it 3-2 with 2 away. This inning started with a double by Kate Dolan, but when she tried to stretch it to third base, she was thrown out. Here's the 3-2. And it's ball 4 on the outside.
Coming to the plate for the Lady Longhorns, center fielder, number 11, Carlin Deese.
So a walk for Nora Thompson, and with 2 outs, back up to the top of the order, Carlin Deese. The lefty stands in near the front of the box. Bryant ready and brings it. That's a changeup. Boy, she really pulled the string. Swing and a miss there. That looked like she had a rubber band on her hand. And that's even enough to make Carlin Deese smile through the mask on her batting helmet. 0-2. Actually, she goes the other way on another changeup, and she ropes it to the left center field gap. Coming up to third base and stopping right there is Thompson, as Ridgepoint gets it back in. Boy, that was a nice piece of hitting. You know, the first pitch really completely fooled Carlin Deese, and then when she saw the second pitch, it was another changeup, and yet she went the other way with it. Just excellent hitting, and I guess that's why they have her in the leadoff position. So there are runners at second, third after the Deese double. Thompson is the runner at third. I notice Nora, the pitcher, is running for herself. Now it's Kennedy Marlowe, swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Kennedy is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts, but she did drive in a run with her ground ball to second base in the third inning. Bryant brings the next pitch, and it's a soft liner to shortstop, and Malin Simmons makes an over-the-shoulder catch. That'll do it. George Ranch threatens but does not score. They will take a 3-1 lead to the bottom of the fourth on VypeFortBend.com.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
Reagan Green to lead off for Ridgepoint here in the bottom of the fourth. Panthers down 3-1 to George
First
Ranch.
baseman, number 12,
undefeated.
Reagan Green.
Not undefeated overall, but undefeated in the games that really matter, the district games. George Ranch in its first year in District 26A. And I'll tell you what, if the softball battles between the Ridgepoint girls and the George Ranch girls are as good as the volleyball battles were in the first year of competition, it'll be fun to watch everything. So Ridgepoint and George Ranch split 2 volleyball matches during the regular season, and in a tiebreaker at Hobson Fieldhouse, the Ridgepoint girls earned the top seed in the playoffs. Now Reagan Green. First pitch to her is high in the air, but it'll hang up for Dolan. She's ranging to her left, has to reach out and make the catch. The wind is really playing tricks out there, but she stayed with it. So Kate Dolan has been very busy in left field. Now Nohea Anderson.
For your Lady Panthers, second baseman, number 3. Excuse me. Designated player, number 8, Nohea Anderson.
Yeah, see, I was right. So Mr. Simmons in the press box said number 3, and that made Nohea whip her head around. And then he corrected himself. Nohea takes the first pitch inside for ball one. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Open stance for Nohea. Here's the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss as Thompson took a little something off of it. I enjoy all these joyful noises. I've really missed these things. Now the 1-1 pitch is high in the air to guess where? Left field. Dolan makes another catch. 2 away. So thus far in the game, Thompson has not had a 1-2-3 inning.
Blaine Simmons.
She'll see if she can get Blaine Simmons right here. I heard a little journey there. All right, here's the first pitch, and Blaine Simmons swings and misses. Actually, it was a foul tip that squirted out of the mitt of Mariah Garner. 0-1. Now that the sun has gone down, I noticed these little purple lights in front of me all along the rail. Decorations for senior night, they're all blinking. And there's a hard smash on the ground to the right. And it is a kick save and a beauty by Coach Donna Burba out in front of the Ridge Point dugout. 0-2 to Blaine Simmons, who got a single in the second. Thompson looks at the left wrist. Here comes the 0-2. Outside for ball one. Good take by Blaine. Wind continuing to blow from left to right. Here's the pitch. And it's a little blooper in center field. It'll hang up for Carlin Dees, and it's an easy inning for Nora Thompson. 1-2-3 goes Ridge Point. We will continue to the 5th inning. It gets late early around here, and George Ranch leads it by a score of 3-1.
I have a question.
Are you ready? Ready for anything? Ready for what life throws at you? At your kids?
Are they ready to study? To research? To write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet. And what about you? Yeah, you. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready to take opportunity.
To make opportunity?
To be on top of things.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. When you're connected, you're ready for anything.
It's a simple question.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for anything.
Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes extra. Restrictions apply.
George Ranch back up here in the 5th inning, leading 3-1. Celeste Campion leads it off. Check swing on the first pitch. And they appeal to the infield umpire, who says that Campion did swing. So it is strike one. Jessica Johnston to bat second, and then Mariah Garner. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss as Bryant took a little something off of that one. Somebody is going to come out of this ball game with a 4-0 district record. And it's high for a ball as Campion started to go. Steps out, now back in, hokey pokey, here comes the 1-2. And it's a high fly ball into center field. And that'll be an easy play for Callie Mays. She's got it. One away.
Now batting, number 14.
Jessica Johnston, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and scored a run in the third. The third is when George Ranch scored all of its runs, and they lead it 3-1. First pitch. And it's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Johnston near the back of the batter's box. Looks at the 0-1. And it's down low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Bryant massages the spheroid and brings it. Now it's a slow roller, and coming off the mound to get it is Bryant. Underhand toss to Green. And that's the second out. Score it 1-3.
Catcher.
Base is empty for Mariah Garner. She had a double in the third, and it brought home a pair of runs. And she was erased on a pop-up double play. And the first pitch is ball 1 to Mariah Garner. Actually, it was not Mariah Garner who was doubled up. It was a courtesy runner whom I have not been able to identify. And the second pitch to Garner is down low for ball 2, 2-0. Steps out, crosses herself, gets back in, and she's neither near the front of the box nor near the back. She's right there in the middle with an open stance. Here's the 2-0, and she lines one into center field, and it bounces in front of Mays. A 2-out hit for George Ranch. It has just been impossible for Ridge Point to retire these Longhorns 1, 2, 3. In the first 2 hitters were out, and then they got some base running traffic. Same thing happened in the second. Now, they did get busy from the outset in inning number 3 when they scored their 3 runs. But in the last inning, the first 2 were retired, but then they got something going. And the first pitch to Kylie Smith is ball 1. Bryant ready to bring the next one. That's high. 2-0 the count. And we have a courtesy runner for Garner again. I think it's number 12, but I'm not sure. There's a pitch down and in. Yes, it is number 12. So the courtesy runner is Amaya Duran. She looks poised to steal a base. It's a 3-0 pitch on the way. Swing. They gave her the green light, and she fouls it away. Just kind of skipped underneath the catcher, Simine. Kylie Smith is 0 for 2. Here's the 3-1, and she rips one, hooks it foul on the left. Aliana Bryant gets a new softball, steps back up into the pitcher's circle and looks over at the dugout. Coach Gage has some instructions for her. Now she's ready to deliver. Here it comes. And that's ball 4. 2 runners on for George Ranch. Now it's Kate Dolan.
Number 1, Kate Dolan.
She's 1 for 2 with a double that she tried to stretch into a triple. It didn't work out. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball towards second. And it's going to be an error. It gets underneath Kyla Correa because right before the ball got there, the base runner flashed in front of her. The bases are now loaded. And that is it's an error, but it's just a very tough error as Kylie Smith was running right in front of her just as she was about to make the play. And now Nina Reed here's opportunity knocking. She's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a stolen base. Bryant's got to throw her best pitches right here. Here it comes. And it's a hopper into center field, a seeing eye single. That will score 1 run. and it will score 2 runs as sliding in with the second run is Kylie Smith. That makes it 5-1, and George Ranch celebrating a 5-1 lead. Oh, what a revolting turn of events for the Ridge Point Panther girls. Nina Reed gets that single. And now Coach Gage is out of the dugout, and we'll see if she makes a pitching change right here. You know, Bryant really has not given up all that much hard contact. There have been several ground balls that just found an opening. Now, Coach Gage is talking to the home plate umpire, and I think there are going to be some changes. Indeed, there are. Malin Simmons is going to come on and pitch. She had to go into the dugout and get a different mitt, and will step aside and be back as she kicks the dirt around and gets her arm warm, and we'll see if she can put out the fire here with George Ranch leading 5-1 and still batting in the top of the 5th inning. This is VypeFortBend.com.
And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Okay, so Malin Simmons on the mound for the Ridge Point Panthers. And the last time she pitched, she got the win. That was Tuesday against Dulles. And so Hannah Purvis comes in, and she will play second base, I believe. Yep, Hannah is at second. And now it's Kyla Correa playing shortstop. And how about that, a shortstop named Correa? Nora Thompson, the number 9 hitter, and the pitcher who's going to be working with a lead of at least 5-1. First pitch by Simmons, down and in for a ball. Runners at second and third. The runner at third is Kate Dolan. Nina Reed is at second. Reed made it to second after throws around the infield to try and get the runners who are advanced ahead of her. Second pitch to Thompson is low for a ball. 2-0. Here's the pitch, and it's a little nubber into foul ground over to the right of first base. Picked up by Reagan Green. Simmons rocks and brings the 2-1, and it's a ground ball to shortstop. And up with it is Correa, throws across, gets the out. That will do it, but George Ranch adds 2 runs, and going to the bottom of the 5th inning, they lead your Panthers by a score of 5-1 on VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with the Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement, and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
Welcome back. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's Sweet Caroline, but it's not Neil Diamond. What are you doing? This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County Softball is brought to you tonight by Xfinity. With the X1 Sports app, get up-to-the-minute scores, stats, and standings right on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. By First Tire and Automotive, make sure your vehicles are in shape for the winter. Actually, let's change that. Make sure they're in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. All 4 of those locations are open on Saturdays. So for the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. They've got awesome March specials. Go to firsttireandauto.com and find out just how much you can get. So here we go. Ridge Point needs to mount a comeback, and Correa batting to lead off the bottom of the 5th. She's 1 for 1 with a single. Open stance from the right-handed box, and she fouls one back over the screen and lands on aluminum. I wanted to hear that at least once tonight. A lot of verbal encouragement for Kyla Correa and these Ridge Point Panthers. You don't want to lose on senior night. The third pitch of this at bat is wide for a ball. 1-2. Gutsy take there by Kyla. Very open stance, and swings at the 1-2, and it drops in short right center field. Maybe that'll be the beginning of something. So now it's Callie Mays.
Now batting for the Lady Panthers, center fielder.
You know, wouldn't it be great
Callie Mays,
if she married some guy named Hayes and she became Callie Mays Hayes? You know, if you remember the movie Major League, that makes perfect sense to you. She's 0 for 1. Check swing on the first pitch, and it goes foul off on the left side. Callie Mays Hayes. That has a ring to it. She's looking to extend her 3-game hit streak. And it's a running bunt try, and it goes foul off to the left side. I can see that she is not happy with that outcome at all. So with the glove on the right hand and nothing on the left hand, here we go. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th, Ridge Point trailing 5-1. A check swing, roller to shortstop, and the play is made at second. Campione almost didn't get it out of her glove. Shovel it to Kennedy Marlowe, and there's one out. Mays reaches on a fielder's choice, so she still is looking to extend that hit streak. Now back to the top of the order, Malin Simmons. Started the game at shortstop. She's now the pitcher of record. And there's a mound conference going on for George Ranch. And they say, "Here comes the umpire," and then they leave. Everybody goes back to their respective spots. Malin Simmons looking to ignite something. You know what? She's capable of doing it. First pitch to her is high for a ball. And Mays stays at first base. Malin Simmons with a grand slam on March 4th against Cy Fair. The righty Nora Thompson's been sharp all night. And now it's a bunt attempt, and it backspins foul on the left side. You know, Malin has such great control of the bat, I think she might have been just showing him that. She might have even bunted it foul on purpose, just to make them think that she might lay one down. And then she may try to go downtown with it. And that's off the end of the bat, short left field. There is Dolan for another play. 2 outs. Malin Simmons is 0 for 3 tonight. But everything she's been hitting is in the air to the outfield. 2 away, and now it's Riley Shipp.
Riley Shipp.
Riley's 1 for 2 with a first inning double. First pitch in there for a strike. Callie Mays running at first. She reached on a fielder's choice. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Shipp checks her swing and fouls it back into the net. Thompson steps to the back of the pitcher's circle, looks at her left wrist again, brings the 0-2, change up high, and a throw down to first, but Mays dives back in. This could be a big at bat here. Riley Shipp takes a pitch high for a ball, and that was a gutsy take. Two and two with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's lined into short center field, but it's going to hang up, and Dees makes the catch moving to her right. That will do it for Ridge Point in the 5th. We will go to the 6th. Our score, George Ranch 5 and the Panthers 1.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
All right, we go to the 6th. George Ranch in control at the moment, leading by a score of 5-1.
Now batting for the Lady Longhorns, center fielder number 11, Carly
So,
Peace.
remember those defensive changes. You've got Correa at shortstop for Ridge Point, Simmons on the mound, and Purvis at second. And the first hitter for George Ranch is Carlin Dees. Simmons' first pitch, down and away for a ball. The 1-0 on the way. Just missed the outside corner. Samine tried to frame it. And she looks back at the umpire. I hope that does not offend her too much. You don't want to get on the ump's bad side. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Big rip by Dees, and it's 2-1. All right, here comes the next pitch by Simmons. Big rip again, and it's fouled back into the screen. Now, I mentioned that Hannah Purvis is now playing second base for Ridge Point. There's certain names that you have where you can only put one adjective or little clever nickname phrase in front of it. Here's the 2-2. Down low for a ball. The count goes full. on Carlin Dees. So if your last name or your first name is Purvis, you've got to be Never Nervous Purvis. There was Purvis Ellison, Purvis Short. They were both basketball stars. There's a swing and a foul ball down the line, and it bounces in front of Riley Shipp, who made a nice long run. Could not quite get there. All right, everybody's back in place. And Carlin Dees, who's been a tough customer, ready for a 3-2 pitch again. Here it comes. And she sends the fly ball to left field. Shipp is on it. She makes the catch with two hands. One away. And somebody said that was a great at-bat, and I believe that was Coach Verba, and you know what? She's right. On the night now, Dees is 1 for 3, but she does have a double, and she did score a run after walking in the third. All right, one away for Kennedy Marlowe. She's 0 for 3, hit a soft liner to short when she came up in the fourth. And that ball bounces in, ball 1 to her. They've been practicing those. Sound pretty good. All right, here's the pitch. Check swing. But this is going to drop in beyond the shortstop, Correa. That was luck, but, you know, you'd rather be lucky and good. Lucky than good, rather. So with one out, a runner at first base, and now it's Celeste Campion. She's walked twice and flied out to center field. Simmons on the back of the circle. Getting a grip on that softball, now steps up, ready to deliver to the lefty. Here's the first one. In there for a strike. Jessica Johnston would be next. Barring a double play, she will be. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup. 0-2 on Campion. Righty working to lefty. Here we go. Pitch on the way. Check swing. She went around. Or what? Okay. First base was occupied, and so even though the third strike was dropped, it's just an ordinary swinging strikeout. 2 away, but on the play, Marlowe moves over to second base. Now Jessica Johnston, 2 for 3, pair of singles. First pitch to her. She swings, and it's going to go to Purvis at second base. She's got it. That'll do it. So for George Ranch, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. George Ranch leading Ridge Point 5-1.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Be sure and stop into First Tire and Automotive's location near you. They have 4 of them. First Colony, Greatwood, Cinco Ranch in Katy, and also on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. And they have some awesome March specials, including $50 a set of 4 new tires. You can get great deals on Castrol synthetic and synthetic blend oil changes. You can save $50 on a brake pad replacement. And they have great coffee in the waiting room. And, you know, what better way to spend a Saturday? Well, there may be a few better ways to spend a Saturday, but they're all open on Saturdays, so if you do need car repair, you can go to First Tire and Automotive and sit there and listen to the podcast of VypeFortBend.com coverage of this game, or the game that we did last night, the baseball victory for Austin over Westside. The score in that one was 3-1. And we had softball on Tuesday night as Fulshear beat Kempner by a score of 9-1. Grace Yannick comes up for Ridge Point, and they need to get something going here. They've got 2 more at-bats. First pitch to Grace is swung on and popped up to third base. Jessica Johnston squeezes it. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. Now Alexis Samine is 0 for 2.
Catcher.
Nora Thompson has very quietly picked an amazing game. Samine with a slightly open stance, a little bit pigeon-toed near the front of the box. Here's the first pitch to her. Change up, catches the inside part of the plate at the knees. 0-1. Thompson takes a glance at the wrist, brings the 0-1. Downstairs for a ball. Wind continuing to blow from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. Pitch on the way. The 1-1 is low. It's now 2-1 on Alexis Samine. Spells her last name S-E-M-E-Y-N. The 2-1 way high, and it's 3-1. Ridge Point just needs base runners right now, trailing by 4. So a walk would be welcome. The infielder stepped up and had a couple of words of encouragement for Thompson, who brings the 3-1. And it's a fly ball to center field, a lazy fly ball for Carlin Dees. Easy catch to straightaway center. 1 away, or 2 away rather. The outfielders have been busy for George Ranch, but they've made every play.
The box for the Lady Panthers, first baseman,
yes, errorless baseball, or errorless softball by George Ranch tonight, and 2 errors on Ridge Point. And now Reagan Green, with 2 outs and the bases empty, comes up. Thompson's first pitch in there for a strike. Reagan kicking the dirt around in the box. She's ready. And she sends one to the right center field gap. Will that get down? No, it's a beautiful running catch by Nina Reed, and a 1-2-3 inning for Thompson. So we will go to the 7th inning. George Ranch leading 5-1 on Vype Fort Bend.
You are the master of First, get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. They've been taking care of business for us all year long as we bring you all these Fort Bend County high school sporting events. We also thank Earth, Wind, and Fire for decades of enjoyment. Okay, last inning coming up. First things first for Ridge Point. They've got to hold down these George Ranch Longhorns who are on top 5-1. It's Mariah Garner, Kylie Smith, and Kate Dolan-Dew. Here's the first pitch. And Garner takes it low, ball one. Malin Simmons came on in relief and delivers one that is fouled back into the screen. Aliana Bryant started for Ridge Point. And she's on the hook for a defeat if Ridge Point can't complete a comeback. Simmons brings the 1-1, and it's a little nubber backspin on it, and it rolls foul. All converging, Malin Simmons, Yannick, as well as the catcher, Samayan. Simmons massaging the softball, steps back up onto the rubber and brings the 1-2. And it's a nubber foul on the ground to the left. By the way, you know, I'd love to do another baseball or softball game for you on VypeFortBend.com tomorrow. There are a lot of choices. But the thing is, I've got tickets to go to a couple of high school basketball games at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. So that's what I'm going to do. But we'll have 3 games next week, all of them involving Ridge Point. The 1-2 pitch is outside, and it's 2-2 on Mariah Garner. She checks with the home plate umpire about the count. It is indeed 2-2. Simmons taking time between pitches. Brings it. And that's a high fly ball into right field coming on his Blaine Simmons and catches it about 6 feet from the line in fair territory. One away.
Coming to the plate for the Longhorns, first baseman, number 3.
I think that's the only play that Blaine has had to make out there tonight. I'm not sure. I don't want to miss any action because I'm just looking all through my scorebook. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's right. Now Kylie Smith. Base is empty, 1 out, top of the 7th. First pitch to her is hammered toward third base, and it's an error by Grace Yannick. Can't catch it clean. It bounces off of her shin. I can see her wincing a little bit. And there's a runner on. That's the 3rd error of the night for Ridge Point.
Stepping into the box for Longhorns, left fielder, number 1, Kate Dolan.
Now Kate Dolan, whose dad is the former Astros sportscaster Brett Dolan. She's been busy in left field and made every play. First pitch swinging, popped up on the infield, and it's going to be Yannick calling for it between home plate and the mound, and that's 2 outs. I needed Kate to be up there a little bit longer. I was just going to say that her dad just got done announcing the television coverage of the Shriners Classic, all those college teams playing at Minute Maid Park. And, of course, great college baseball action, but more important, raising money for the awesome Shriners Hospital and all the people who make that place work and all the wonderful kids. First pitch is a ball to Nina Reed, high. Nina has 2 singles tonight. She's 2 for 3. Runner at first base, that's Kylie Smith. Here's the 1-0 to Reed. Swings and misses. Can't catch up to that one from Malin Simmons. And now Reed steps out, looks down at Coach Verba, who has a few words of advice. Little verbal fine-tuning on the swing. Here comes the 1-1. She swings at a high pitch. That was out of the zone. And that's when the coach needs to say, hey, don't help her. Don't help her. That would have been ball 2, but it's 1-2. Reed ready. And swings and fouls one out of play. Just missed the light standard behind the bleachers on the first base side. By the way, as we look ahead to the bottom of the 7th, Nohea Anderson, Blaine Simmons, and Kyla Correa due for Ridgepoint. Here's the 1-2, and that's way high. Kylie Smith bluffed a move from first base, but she stays right there. George Ranch has out-hit Ridgepoint 10-5, and they lead the game 5-1. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to center. Callie Mays ranging over, reaches over and makes the catch as the wind continues to provide a challenge for the outfielders. But she makes the play that retires the side, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Panthers, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with the Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
So imagine Dragons singing Whatever It Takes, and Ridgepoint ready to do just that. But George Ranch has been really tough tonight, especially their pitcher, Nora Thompson. She's only given up 5 hits. And her teammates have really backed her up with great offense. And so here we go. Anderson, Simmons, and Correa do. So in this situation, maybe you see a bunt laid down. Perhaps anything to get on. Thompson puts on her facial protective mask, not protective from any disease, no, but protective from a line drive. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Thompson likes the idea of getting ahead in this situation. Anderson is 0 for 2. Second pitch to her is popped up, and that's going to be the catcher's play, Mariah Garner, and she can't quite glove it. It was an awkward turn. And you can see her teammates picking her up saying, we got this. Or will that be a twist of fate? We shall see. Anderson ready for the next one. That just missed the outside corner. I think you might have heard one of those George Ranch fans go, woo, which is his way of saying, maybe that was a strike. But it doesn't matter what he thinks. It only matters what the home plate umpire thinks. And there's a changeup. It's a called strike 3. Not a promising start to this final at-bat for Ridgepoint. Now Blaine Simmons. She's 1 for 2 with a second inning single.
Blaine Simmons.
She swings lefty, but she doesn't have home run power. First pitch to her is high. At least 2 Ridgepoint hitters are going to have to get on to get back to the top of the order, and Malin Simmons. Here's the 1-0. That's also high. Blaine will be happy to take a walk if that's what she gets. Two and nothing the count on Blaine Simmons. The left-handed hitter holds the bat high behind her head, and that's in there for a strike. The 2-1 will soon be on the way, and it's high, ball 3. Hope springs eternal if you can get a base runner on. And all the infielders come out and they talk for a moment with Thompson. And that pitch is ball 4, way wide, not even close with that one. And we'll see if Coach Donna Verba of George Ranch wants to go out there and talk to her pitcher or just say, you can do this.
Number 3.
4-run lead.
Correa.
Now Kyla Correa. She had a single to lead off the 5th. She had a single in the 2nd. And there's a bluff of a move by Simmons, and she stays at first base as the pitch is in there for a strike. Correa with a lime green hair ribbon coming out of the back of her batting helmet. Open stance. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Blaine Simmons running from first and just trying to create a little bit of a distraction. But her teammate Correa has to dig in and make contact. That's down low for a ball. Throw down to first. It's close, but Blaine Simmons dives back in. So that pitch was a ball, and it's 1-2. Correa steps out. Now back in. She's ready to rip. And she sends one to center field, but it's going to hang up. It was right at Carlin Dees. Well struck, but that's the second out. Last chance, and it's Callie Mays, the number 9 hitter, to try to prolong things.
Center fielder, number 24, Callie Mays.
If she can just reach, then that means we get to the top of the order. Mays swings at the first pitch and sprays a foul over under the screen on the left side. Spins the bat as she holds it right up in front of her face. Now she's poised. The 0-1 takes it high for a ball. It's 1-1. Mariah Garner, the catcher for George Ranch, not hesitating to come out of her crouch and maybe throw down to first. Callie Mays steps back in. Here's the pitch. And she fouls one away. It's 1-2, and Ridge Point down to its final strike. George Ranch, the players over there in the dugout anticipating victory. Dora Thompson trying to finish it off. Here is her 1-2 pitch. It's an off the shin, and everybody's going to be safe. There's a break for Ridge Point. It was off the shin of Thompson, and it trickled over to shortstop. It was too late for Campion to do anything about it. And it's tough to give the pitcher an error on that, but I think that is going to be an E1. And if the official scorer sees it the same way, then that's the first error of the night for George Ranch. And now back to the top of the order. Now it's Malin Simmons. She wants to prolong her 10-game hit streak. Now would be a great time to do something spectacular with her team trailing 5-1. She's flied out to the outfield all 3 times. Righty working to lefty. First pitch is high. Runners first and second. It's Blaine Simmons, Malin's sister, out at second, and Callie Mays at first after reaching on the error, but the official score did not count it as an error. Here's the next pitch. Also, it looked like it was high, but called a strike, 1-1. 5-1, George Ranch on top, trying to close it out. And there's a line drive off the second baseman's glove, but she throws high to first. Ridge Point is still alive. It's a throwing error, and 1 run will score. Blaine Simmons comes home to make it 5-2. Kennedy Marlowe could not catch it cleanly. She had plenty of time. She got up and threw too high for her first base player, Kylie Smith. So Malin Simmons ends up at second.
Checking into the box for the Lady Panthers.
And now Callie Mays is at third.
Number 4, Riley Ship.
And Riley Ship comes up, so it's still possible for Ridge Point. Riley Ship takes the first pitch for a ball. She's 1 for 3 tonight, had a double in the first. Yeah, I was hoping this would get interesting near the end. Now she takes a strike, and it's 1-1. She represents the tying run. Here comes the 1-1. And that's a looper into center field, right at the center fielder D's, and that will do it. George Ranch wins the ball game by a score of 5-2. We'll be back with the totals on VypeFortBend.com.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late-inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So George Ranch gets the victory. They improved to 5-5 on the season and 4-0 in District 26A play. Ridge Point drops to 10-6 and 3-1. These two teams will see each other again down the line. For George Ranch, 5 runs on 10 hits. They committed 1 error and left 9 runners on base. Ridge Point, 2 runs on 6 hits. They made 3 errors and had 6 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Nora Thompson, and the losing pitcher, Aliana Bryant for Ridge Point. The game took 2 hours and 6 minutes. So we hope you enjoy your spring break and take us along with you, because we'll be bringing you 3 games in the coming week, and it'll all involve Ridge Point. So the Ridge Point boys will be hosting Clements, and we'll bring that one to you at 6:45 from right here in Siena. And then on Friday night, the Ridge Point boys will take on the Austin Bulldogs in peaceful bucolic Pheasant Creek. We'll bring that one to you also starting at 6:45, and then an afternoon matinee game, The Ridgepoint girls playing softball in a non-conference affair against Katy Cinco Ranch. So for everybody who's been a part of this one on the Vype broadcasting team, Roger Smith saying so long from Siena, where our final score was George Ranch 5 and your Ridgepoint Panthers 2. God bless you. Thanks for listening. And remember, you can always listen live or listen later on the podcast on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. And it's always absolutely free. Good night, everybody.